All right, we're live. Greetings, hello, and welcome everyone. This is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle class millionaires. This is yet another live stream as we come to you every day, Monday through Friday, for the mindset training to run any business out there. And today we are now back to the ABC 123 business mindset training. And today we're talking about setbacks. And this week's series was titled Setback, Set Up, Come Up. That's setback, set up, come up. And here we go, folks. We was talking about the Cavs. We was talking about the Cavaliers when we reviewed the setback, set up, and come up because we talked about them and we talked about the definitions on yesterday of what those three things were. Now, quick review. We talked about setback. The setback is it was a reversal of the process, a reversal of the process. Then we talked about the setup, the process of making something ready to be used, and then we also talked about the come up. And in the Urban Dictionary said a come up is a bargain item that has higher value than what you paid for it, right? And but Webster Dictionary said that a come up is the process to rise, the process to come near, or the process to make an approach. So there we have it. We're talking about setbacks, setups, come ups. It's always a process. It's always a process. And we talked about in relation to the Cavaliers winning their championship, they had a setback. Last year they were in the finals, but two of the big three were hurt, right? And then it was a setup for this year, and then they came up and they won the championship. We also talked about since we're talking about setbacks today, we're gonna focus and we're gonna still keep it on the Cavaliers because guess what? Kevin Love suffered a setback. Kevin Love still suffering the setback because he's having a mental setback. Kevin Love had a mental setback. That's why he wasn't performing well in the finals. He did well throughout the year, but when it came to the finals, when it came to getting in the playoffs, he became timid because that's when he was hurt the previous years before that. Because playoff intensity is way different. And this is the way you need to approach your business. You need to approach your business with playoff intensity. If you have playoff intensity approaching your business, oh man, you're going to go without regard. You're going to make sure you go and you're going to go strong. You're going to go as strong as you can. Excuse me. Right? So playoff intensity, folks, towards your business. And because we're talking about setbacks today, we're talking about overcoming the setbacks in business. And like I said, I'm gonna be really fast tonight. That you can always catch the replay. When you catch the replay, you catch the replays right there at middleclassmillionaire.pw. You click on live hangouts, you'll see all the replays from the previous live streams. And if you want to get in touch with me, it's really easy. You just go to Facebook, you type in uh, Team for Millionaires. I'm sure the group will pop up. You'll probably be in a group. I'm right there every day. I mean, we have an exclusive Facebook live stream of this event right there for the group in the Team for Millionaires group, and it also pops up on the website middleclassmillionaire.pw, and I'm also on Periscope, at HOA LLC, because you can see I have internet businesses, I have the daycare. Those are multiple streams, but where I'm working on tonight, what I'm working on behind the scenes, as I say, I don't really promote my business to you all, but what I'm working on, some great advice that was given today by that brother Daryl Muhammad from darylmuhammad.net. He was just talking about how you what's those three? He gave the three things today, right? He gave those three things, and he's talking about uh, creating passive income. Now I have to actively work in the daycare. It's not an option when you're working with children. You can't passively work with children. You can only actively work with children. And so I'm trying to create other income streams that are passive, right? And that's what we doing. That's one of the keys to the money game. But besides that, we're talking about setbacks, overcoming, the setback in business. So what's our 1, 2, 3? You know, we give the ABC: setback, set up, come up. Now we need the 1, 2, 3. Aaron, how are we going to overcome this, right? Come on, Mr. Aaron, tell us how we're going to overcome a setback in business. Well, I have the 3 things for you. Not even going to go into them that deep. Maybe on another time, maybe at another time when I have a little bit more, right? So when I was thinking about it, I was looking at number 1. Get your notes ready. What do you say? A students, right? They have their notebooks. They have their pens and their paper ready. So I'm giving you time to get that together, because I'm going to say all 3 and then I'm going to review them a little bit. So number 1, embrace the mistakes, right? Embrace the setback. Number 2, expand your reach. And number 3, what it says, focus on your actions. Focus on your actions. Yeah, I'm a little early tonight because I don't want to run into to Manny, because Manny has his feeding been kind of crazy. He's sleeping right now. He's been waking up at the time I've been getting on. So I want to make sure that I can feed my son while having to worry about missing my time, because I'm committed to the process. I'm committed to the process of doing my live streams Monday through Friday. So that's why I jumped on a little early. And like I said, we're gonna swim through this pretty fast. Whereas we talked about the setback, the setup, and the come up. We talked about the Cleveland Cavaliers. That last year they had a setback when the 2 of the big 3 were hurt. Kyrie was hurt with his knee. Kevin Love hurt with his shoulder. And then they had the setup for this year that, yes, they was coming back again for the rematch. And then they came up. They won a championship. But now we also talking about with the setback, we talking about the mental setback in business, because just like Kevin Love was supposed to handle his business, Kevin Love was still thinking about getting hurt from having playoff intensity games going on. When he had that playoff intensity, when the playoff intensity heat was rising, when it got hot in the playoffs, when Draymond Green was putting that pressure, when he had that pressure on him, Kevin Love didn't show up, because he was afraid that if he tried to go against a highly aggressive player, he's going to get hurt again. He wasn't even thinking about the championship at that time. He wasn't thinking about the championship until it was over. That's why Kyrie didn't let the knee injury be a mental setback for him. He went full force this year, and they won the championship. No holds bars, right? So we talked about the ABC: setback, setup, come up. Now we're doing a 1, 2, 3 for setbacks. And we talk about the 1, 2, 3 for setbacks. You're overcoming the setbacks in business. So number 1, we talked about acknowledge. Acknowledge. You got to acknowledge the mistake. You got to acknowledge the setback. You can't sugarcoat what's happening on your setback. You can't sugarcoat if you're you can't coast uphill, right? So if you're not on an incline, you're on a decline. You're going to coast downhill. So you got to acknowledge the setback so you can find out how to put on the brakes. So you have to acknowledge it. And then you have to embrace the mistake. You have to embrace what's going on is making it a setback. You have to embrace what's going on is making it a failure. And why would you do that? What's the point of that? It's because some people, that's going to make them sad. That's going to make them depressed. That's going to turn them down as opposed to bringing them back up. But if you don't know, you can't fix it, right? I forgot to tag myself on here. So you have to, right? You have to do things a certain way Let me make sure I got myself on here. Okay. So that's number one, is embrace and acknowledge the mistake or the setback so you can move forward. You can own what Eric Thomas said, he used this pain to push him to greatness. Les Brown said, I think Les Brown was quoting someone else. So we just gonna say, you know how we say when we don't know who exactly said it? A wise man once said that pain will find you no matter where you are. If pain, if pain is gonna find you, you're gonna have to embrace it when it comes, right? That's why when you have a setback, that's part of that pain of your growth process. You're gonna have to go through something to transform yourself into that professional. So is it gonna hurt? Yes. Is it mistakes gonna be made? Yes, mistakes are gonna be made. What else is gonna happen? You're gonna experience the pain. Yes, you will experience the pain. Yes, you will experience mistakes. All those things are gonna take place before you become successful, because you're going to eventually hit a ceiling that you got to overcome. That's why you need to acknowledge when you're having a setback, because a mental setback, you don't want to get stuck in a rut. So we also want to help you how to get out of that, right? So number two, we talked about number one, acknowledge and embrace the mistake or the setback to move forward. And now we're talking about number two. Number two, expand your reach. I don't know how else we need to tell you this. That's what these live streams is about. So people could connect. You gotta connect online and offline. We got brother Eugene there, and we got brother Sharif on the live stream. I know these brothers. I talk to these brothers on the phone. We do video calls. That's that's what you have to do. Like, I didn't know them at first. Didn't know them at first. Haven't even met them face to face. But you have to connect. You have to expand your reach. Because guess what? If you get yourself out there, if you get your business out there, you're going to start to overcome fear. You're going to start to overcome some fear, because fear holds you back. I didn't want to do videos at first. Didn't want to do the videos. And now I find myself making videos off of reflex, because this is a way I connect and get my message out there to the world about what I feel. So connecting with others. Now, I learned that pretty much from Grant Cardone, talk about it all the time. It's like you just go through the motion to overcome that fear to be more comfortable with yourself. So you go into a crowded room and start introducing yourself. Hi, I'm Aaron. Your name? Hi, I'm Aaron. What's your name? You're going to forget their names anyway. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. But if you're going through the room introducing yourself, maybe you might find a connection. Maybe you might find a resource. Maybe you might get in touch with somebody, or you might be at the 6 degrees of separation. You might be able to find that person who have the knowledge, who have the skill of what you need to move your business back into the green, right? Not into the black, but into the green. We're not talking about the going into the red. We only talk about you're in the black and then you're in the green. Mm-hmm. That's being extra profitable. So when you expand your reach, this is another key. This is another key or a nugget right here. When you're expanding your reach, guess what you're doing? You could reinvent yourself, or you can restructure what you're doing when you're expanding your reach. Expanding your reach will do that for you. If you're expanding your reach, that means you're going to start hitting some corners, or you're going to start getting in touch with people who you normally wouldn't talk to. You're going to find yourself in some situations, or you're going to find yourself being referred with a group of people. Like, what? How did they find me? Because you're expanding your reach, because you're out there, you're meeting people. Now, this is why I have to meet people on the internet, why I have to meet my new people, my new partners, or people, like-minded individuals on the internet, is because I work with children. You see the daycare in the back. I work with children 5 and under. So imagine how my conversation goes with them. Potty, 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 potty. Hungry, I'm sleepy. ABC, 1, 2, 3, rectangles, squares, triangles, all that stuff. The conversation is limited talking to the children, so I need to do these things to expand my reach. That's 6:30. From 6:30 to 6:30, I'm working with children 5 and under, right? So how do I expand my reach? I get on these live streams at night, and now that time is being hindered because I am tired. My son is up every hour on the hour pretty much. I'm so happy he's sleeping right now. He and my wife are sleeping. The other 2 kids are sleeping. But child number 3 will be hungry soon. And that will mean I will have to go. It's what? Up 10:53. Let me try to get this third point out here. So point number 3, key number 3, or whatever you want to call it, because I already put the nugget in there. Now we on to number 3. Or let me give you 1 and 2 one more time. Number 1 was acknowledge and embrace your mistakes so you can move forward. That's how you overcome a setback in your business. You need to face it head on. You can't sugarcoat it. Face it head on. Number 2, expand your reach. This is how you're going to become comfortable in situations that are normally uncomfortable. Connecting with others, expanding your business, expanding your brand, reaching in the areas that you normally wouldn't reach into. Because believe me, being a solopreneur, I'm having a great time because of my education I'm getting, but I really want to have other people to lean on and depend on for certain things. Because look, I'm learning how to code HTML. I'm like, where in the world did that come from? I'm looking into real estate, I'm looking into investing, and it's the thing. When I do have someone who works with me with the children, you think they're not going to learn how to take a small budget and expand it to be able to, they could do this, or they could do just what they're doing. I could give them $100 or $150 a week for 3 days of work, and I could show them how to do it. I'm learning just, and I'm practicing how to budget $50 to $150, whether it be every week or every other week, to eventually grow over time, to have the income, to have the status that I will want, right? So acknowledge and embrace your mistakes to move forward. Expand your reach so that way you're overcoming fears. And then number three, you want to take and focus your action. You want to take action and you want to focus your actions. Take action, focus actions, right? That's they one in the same. Taking actions that are highly focused. Your actions should be highly focused, right? So we said number 1, acknowledge and embrace the mistake so you can move forward. Number 2, expand your reach by getting into different groups of people, reaching other groups of people so you can expand your reach and overcome your fear of being in different situations with different, whether it be different cultures, whether it be, you still have to be you no matter where you go. And number 3, you got to take action and you got to focus your action. But why? Why do I need to take action and focus my action? You're in a rut. You're in a rut. You're in a setback. It might be playing more on you mentally than it is physically. So by taking the right kind of action, by focusing your action every day, because you could easily talk. I could have talked myself out of not doing the live stream tonight. Because yesterday, Manny was on the live stream. He happened to be asleep, but you didn't hear how much he was crying before I got on the stream, which I was on late. So now I'm on early tonight. You don't know how tired I was waking up at 5:45 to take to take the second child, my son, my first son, second child, middle child, to school. My oldest, she didn't even go to school for the last day of school. There's a half a day today. She said, "No, we're tired. You're tired. You didn't do anything. I'm tired." So that's why you gotta take action. You gotta focus your action. I'm tripping right now. I'm probably still a little sleep deprived or something, but I'm still taking action, consistent action. I mean, you gotta take consistent action. Consistent action. Take consistent action. Focus your actions, because your actions. Guess what? Here's the key to overcoming the setbacks in your business with your actions. You help someone else get over their setback. See, you help someone else get over their setback. So you want to have the mentality of, I'm gonna take action. It's gonna be focused on what? Helping others. If you taking focus on helping others, guess it's gonna help you overcome a mental setback. Because guess what? Your mental setback in your business can also lead to your breakthrough. That mental setback can change into a breakthrough, a business breakthrough. I'm telling you, I done lost thousands of dollars, I think, online. But how much did I lose when I was in college? Right now, I've been out of college since 2004, and I went back and took my master's. I don't even know what year that was. My college loans right now stand up today of what, $55,000. So this is what I told myself when it came to running my business, when it came to learning how to run the business, internet business. Unless I'm $55,000 more in debt, then it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for me unless I equal my informal education debt equals my formal education debt. So why would I can't be lopsided? Why wouldn't I, if I now have to pay $55,000 for formal education, why not spend 55,000 more dollars to working on myself and my business, to the thing I dream about, to my greatest passion and my greatest desire. So folks, you gotta remember to share. You gotta remember look into it, and then you gotta think, when you're having a setback in your business, it's most likely mental, and then you have to acknowledge it. You have to embrace it so you can move forward. You have to expand your reach, get out your comfort zone, meet as many people as you can, let as many people as you can know who you are, increase your digital footprint, and increase your other footprint out there, your carbon footprint out there in the world. And then you got to take action, and you got to focus your actions to doing what? Helping others. Become a person of value. You're going to get someone else out of there. You're going to help somebody else out of their setback. You're going to pull them out of the hole, so that way you can set yourself up for a business breakthrough. I'm Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of the middle class millionaires, reminding you to be confident, be smart, be fruitful, and multiply. That when you start, you don't stop. You have to be consistent until you achieve your goals. Good night and good morning. I'll see you on the next call.